Don't subscribe to this guy! Don't subscribe to this guy!
Hey guys, welcome back to the Citycraft building series, in the brand new Vibrant Visuals update. I think the shaders are pretty cool, but as you can tell from the fact that I'm lagging a lot, my device can't handle it that well. I think they will be pretty useful though, for taking cinematic shots of the city, even if I can't build with the shaders on. There we go, that's much better now. So, in today's video we'll be working on building the terminus of our Southwestern Commuter Railway in this planned area of the city. Given that we only have one railway line, this one here, we won't quite be able to build a huge grand terminal station as intended, but that's not too bad, since I'd like the construction of the city to happen realistically, so over time we will have to get rid of some outdated buildings and then refurbish some other ones, so sort of like an actual city. Now before we get to building, I would like to finalise some details about the city and what kind of style it will be in terms of planning, architecture, topography and whatnot. So let's get started. So let's start off with the name of the city. Last video I asked you guys for some name suggestions and the results were pretty disappointing, which is why I took matters into my own hands. The name I came up with is Millmarsh. It doesn't have any proper meaning, but it sounds cool and it fits in with the lore I've created for the city, leading us to the next part of the video. Our story begins in 14th century medieval Europe. The city of Millmarsh started off as a small fishing village on the banks of the River Cran. In its early years, peasants lived and worked on its lands as part of the feudal system. Initially, it was given the name Zit City, named after the aristocrat Lord Harold Green, who was given the name ZT because of how smelly he was, as many have stated. I'm not sure why that gave him the name ZT though. In the year 1623, the peasants revolted against the system in the brilliantly named Revolutionary Uprising, which resulted in their freedom from serfdom. This is when the settlement was renamed to Millmarsh, since locals at the time thought it sounded cool and wanted to move on from their past. For the next 2 centuries, the village stayed relatively the same, until the Industrial Revolution struck Europe. The village was famed for its close proximity to the sea and quickly became a hot spot for factories. Between the years 1812 and 1912, its population rose from 1,260 to 500,000. During the 2 world wars, the city ended up becoming heavily bombed. Despite this, repairs were eventually made. Today the city remains vital on the world stage, not only in the ports and cargo industry, but also as a centre of finance and banking. It also sees many tourists coming to visit its older landmarks, and has excellent public transport, allowing people to travel all over the city. Wow, that was a lot of talking, but it's 3 minutes into the video and we haven't built a single thing. Let's start. We're gonna have to delay that for a bit. So basically, while I was trying to burn all these trees down, I planned to do a time lapse, and I was doing that on my laptop. And then halfway through the time lapse, my laptop just froze completely, so I had to restart it. And then I lost all the recording, so unfortunately you won't be able to see that. But anyways, we will start building the railway line to the terminus of the SWCR. Let's go. Now that we finally got the ball rolling, I started working on this bridge section just when you exit Honeywell Central Station. I decided to make it multi-purpose, using the room beneath the railway as space for a pedestrian crossing. I really like the end result, as you see in a minute or two, and once we start adding buildings on each side of the river, it will turn out to be a very cool area of the city. As you can see in the time lapse, I was very indecisive with what blocks to use. Luckily I figured out what direction I wanted to take with this bridge.
After completing the bridge, I was at first unsure as to how the line would finish, before I thought of keeping it above ground and leading it into a grand terminal station. I didn't really think I could have accomplished that, especially in a place quite far from what will be the historic core of the city. Finally, I settled on getting the elevated line to gradually descend into a short tunnel, leading to an underground terminus. For this idea, I was inspired by the LEB commuter line in the city of Lausanne, in Switzerland, which starts to go underground as the line goes closer to its terminus in the city centre, quite similar to our railway. Obviously, this isn't the only railway to do this, but I found this railway in particular to share a lot of similarities to the SWCR.
Completely unrelated to the building, but as you can see, I've started to implement cinematic time lapses in this video. I think they're just so much better than the first person time lapses I included in last episode. But what do you guys think? Should I include more of them? Comment down below. So it was at this point I started digging out the area for the platform of our terminus station. Contrary to the Grand Southern Terminal I initially had in mind, the station ended up getting a single platform only. I went for an urban New York subway kind of vibe with this station, seeing as it will be in a pretty busy area of the city. As you can see, not a single block of wood was placed during the making of the station, mostly for that dull concrete theme. However, I still made sure to incorporate the colour green in many places, staying true to the line's branding. One part of my original idea, which is staying, is that I want to make this station a massive transit hub in which all kinds of transport will converge. My current plan is to make a huge underground hub connected by footpaths and staircases, kind of like Châtelet Léal in Paris, or to a lesser extent Bank Monument in London. For the structure of the station itself, from the platforms to even the staircases leading up to the surface, I used quite a lot of symmetry as opposed to the other stations on the line, which are a bit more unorganised. To be honest though, the station will eventually be revamped when the time comes for it to be expanded in the future. Now, after many hours of work, the SWCR is complete, for now at least. And we have completed the terminus of the line, Union Place Station. It is quite different to how I initially planned it out, but I am really happy with how it turned out overall. I didn't do much this episode, but compared to last episode, but I am really happy with everything.
Hopefully next episode we'll be able to start actually building the city. Like for the first 2 episodes of this series, we've only focused on this line, but now we'll be able to start working on the roads and the buildings that will be part of our city. Unfortunately, this is the end of the video, so I really hope you guys enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed making this video. It took quite long, so sorry about that. If you did enjoy, feel free to like and comment, maybe even subscribe, as that really helps grow the channel. Just before the video ends, I am going to be doing a full first-person ride of the line in its current form. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.